All right, what's quacking, everyone? So apparently, there's shitty parents out there. Apparently, you use your child to cry on camera to get views and sympathy. So if you don't know what happened a couple days ago, a while ago, like last week or some shit, some mom was like, "Oh, cry on camera for me, baby," because their dog had cancer or whatever. And she was trying to milk her son's crying for views. And that is pretty fucking shitty. I don't know what possesses people to use their kids for views as being a shitty human being, but that's a thing. And honestly, there's some people who aren't fit to be parents. I.e., I don't know why, but there's a lot of fucking parents who aren't actually parents. They're just sperm donors and baby pushers that just choose. I don't even know if they choose, if it's an accident, but they bring life into this world and just completely neglect this child, completely fuck up the child. They're just like, oh yeah, it's whatever, we'll just have one. And then they don't give it the affection it needs, the care, the teachings. They fuck it up mentally, emotionally, and then the child becomes a broken product of circumstances, I guess, and it can't function in society and it can't do anything. It gets stuck in this shitty situation where it'll have issues and it can't probably hold a job. Maybe it'll end up getting a drug addiction or kill itself because of how bad the parents raised it and emotionally abused it. Like, I have friends who have shitty parents. Like, one of my friends' moms is being an absolute raging bitch and just like emotionally and mentally abusing my friend. And it's like, what the fuck? That's not a parent. That is not a parent right there. That's just someone who just gave birth to you. And I guess you're lucky enough to still be alive and have the resources to eventually be able to get out of that house. But like, holy fuck. Just some people aren't fit to be parents. And I hate to say it, but there should definitely be like a government mandate test where it's just like, oh yeah, we'll check to see if you're fit to be a parent or not, and you get a special card or something. And if you have a child without having that card, guess what? It either goes to the orphanage or you get an abortion. So yeah, people shouldn't be having fucking kids when they're not ready, because if you don't give the child the proper care that it needs, it grows up fucked up and it has issues. And then you just have a bunch of mentally broken people walking around. And that's probably honestly what's been happening with our current state of society. Is just the reason why some people are so fucked up and out there is because probably there was a lot of parents who just, pumped out some fucking kids, didn't raise them correctly. And now they're the product of bad parenting. I'm not saying that's everyone, but I'm probably saying there's a decent amount of people out there who aren't functioning properly because their parents fucked up somewhere or the whole time. And like, it doesn't help if the child's already born with some kind of precondition like depression or something like that. Like, I have a lot of mental issues and like it runs in the family. But I'm glad my parents took the time and effort to raise me how they saw fit and actually put care. Even if some of the things they did I questioned and I was like, yeah, probably shouldn't have done that. At least they actually tried. And my dad hugged me, so there's that. There's that. My dad actually hugged me. Did you know dads can hug their children? Because my dad hugged me. But like, you have like people who it's just like their parents don't give them any love and affection. So imagine if my parents just did a shitty job. Like, I probably would have killed myself already at this point, or just be like a complete drug addict or something. I wouldn't be doing the shit I'm doing now. That's for damn sure. But like, it sucks if a child's like me with their issues, because it's like, well, they're screwed because now they're even more fucked up than they should be. And then like, it's worse when you have like a child who's properly mentally healthy. There's no preconditions in the family, and then it's like, oh well, the parents fucked up, and now the child's like, scarred and shit, and like kind of fucked in that sense. So it's like, great parenting. You had a proper child who could have done something in society, but they couldn't. Congratulations, you messed up as a parent. And like, there's just people who aren't fit to be parents, and they're just pumping out kids. And like, honestly, we probably shouldn't have 7 billion people in the world. The number should be lower, but it's probably populated with people who honestly shouldn't exist, which is like kind of sad to say, because life is beautiful. Life is great. I cherish people's lives and shit like that. And living's cool. but also like you have a bunch of like people who are like mentally suffering. There's people who are going through things and suffering, and like therapy just doesn't fix it, and maybe pills aren't fixing it either. So you just have these people who are going to suffer for their entire lives and not be able to get better. And it's like, that's, I don't know what's worse, like just not being born or having to go your whole life suffering with like self-destructive thoughts, doing self-destructive behaviors, and getting caught in like a rut where you're never going to be able to get out because you're just so damaged as a person. So yeah, that's like kind of morbid, but it's like, well, like unfit parents shouldn't be having kids because it's very clear that there's a lot of unfit parents out there these days. But anyways, that's enough. Probably an unpopular opinion, maybe. I'm not sure. Follow my socials, links in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want more shit from me, you know where to find me. And yeah, subscribe or you'll be a bad parent, I guess.